Thank you, all our viewers, those watching us live. Yeah, welcome back to the show. Doctor, at this time, we are going to talk about cyberbullying, the negative footprint. Of late, negative footprint is very serious because the internet doesn't forget. Then, no matter what, whatever thing you do on the internet today, it can be traced in the next 20 years. Children of these days, or even the general people in the community, they make things very obvious of late. You see people posting unnecessary stuffs on the internet, of which if today they don't bear the consequences, tomorrow their children or grandchildren are also going to bear the consequences. And I think this can even lead them to prison or something like that. So we'll be talking about cyberbullying for now. How does cyberbullying comes about?
All right. So normally with this modern day social media platforms, communication now it's so convenient to communicate with people. So people are trying to abuse others online in terms of insults, in terms of punishing them with their naked pictures, saying false things, generating issues about them. In life, you all have our challenges. People are doing racial abuse and all those things online. They publish bad things about you now. People can even edit images, make you naked, a whole lot of funny things about you. You know, Gone are the days where these things you can do them for free. Now we have laws in Ghana now. We have the Cyber Security Authority with cyber laws, whereby cyber bullying, sextortion, threatening people online are punishable. Normally, when matters like physical threats, whereby I'll come to you, I'll beat you, show you a cutlass, show you a gun, that kind of thing, those are the ones we know. But now we have updated our laws, whereby if you threaten somebody that you kill the person, you are going to shoot the person, going to harm you, I'm going to rape you, all those things. If you see them online, they are equally punishable as if you've set them or planning to do them physically. So they are not allowed. Cyberbullying is not allowed. You are not allowed to hold somebody for ransom, all those things. You'll be charged. The laws of Ghana will not be, kind or on you. So those things, you should be very careful with them. We can joke, we can tease each other and all that, but it should be at our level. Don't extend it there. And as the host rightly said, the internet never forgets, you know, and crime has no expiry date, unfortunately. So it means some crimes you've committed long time ago can be brought back. If you can remember, recently the Ghana government was leading a charge at the UN, whereby the sins the Europeans committed 500 years ago, we are now classifying those things they did as sin. That's slavery. Nobody has said slavery is illegal or slavery is wrong. So look at the many years. Slavery started far back as the 14th century. Now it's now being classified as wrong to humanity, whereby those countries who committed need to say sorry and even pay something to the ones who got offended. So crime is like that. So don't commit any crime, insult, malicious rumors, all those useless things we do online against people that would worry them psychologically, physically, emotionally. It's not allowed. Thank you.
Okay, so dog, how can the citizens stay safe and prevent themselves from cyberbullying?
Usually, nobody knows the minds of a criminal. All right, me sitting here, maybe somebody is targeting to hit me. I don't know. I may fall into it. So all you can do is to be careful and know the kind of groups and the kind of people you work with on your social media platforms and all those things. Don't make your pages public. You can make it private and allow only the friends you want there to be there. Don't open it up, all right? And also, you yourself, don't indulge yourself in such things. I would encourage you to avoid such things. People will worry you, people will try to insult you and all those things. The unfortunate thing is that when somebody insults you online and you also insult back, you are equally of the same thing. So you should limit your activities online. Be there to do relevant stuff. Join regular groups, Maybe it's Red Cross Society, whereby you're online promoting it. Fantastic. Rotary Club, maybe cybersecurity club. Be there. Don't just be out there just hanging out with people you don't know. Online people are fake. You know that. You may see nice images of people and all those things, but it's not real. So you should be careful the kind of people you hang out there online. You don't know them. They are bad people. Some of them may even do social engineering. That's trying to use psychology to get your details and hit at you. And you should also be careful the kind of things you share with your friends. All right. And it's a crime if I happen to get a naked picture of somebody or a sex video of somebody. It's a crime when I get it for me to also transmit. All these things are traceable as he said, digital footprint. So we know the sources, the ones who were transmitting them. And you are equally okay. You are equally not okay. You are equally involved or alleged to have committed the same crime. So we should be careful how we handle our private matters online, the kind of people we talk to online, and don't involve yourself in the cyberbullying stuff. And don't allow yourself to be bullied. If any such thing happens, report to the authority. If it's in the school here, we have units. Your HOD, your academic tutors, the dean of students, they are there. Report it so that we solve it here. If it's out there, involve the police. All right, you can even take legal charges against the person and you'll be compensated because you've been abused verbally, which are going to affect you emotionally, psychologically as a human being. So the point, we should be careful. We should be careful and limit unnecessary activities online to limit our vulnerability so that we will not be attacked. Thank you.
So now we thank you for taking us through the cyberbullying. Now we'll be
Welcome.
taking you through the digital footprint. That is our final topic for today. So my question is, how do complaints come and how are they even being managed to be created concerning digital footprint?
So if I understood you clearly, you want to know how the digital footprint thing happens. Normally, everything we do online is recorded. There's always a server. We all have our MAC addresses, our SIM cards. They all have details. So if you are properly online, there's a footprint. There's something that shows who you are, where you are, and whatever you are doing. You understand? And all your activities you do are traceable. All transactions you do online are traceable. Unless probably you are working in some dark web whereby they cover everything up. But traditionally, everything you do online, your phone, even to the extent that even the kind of phone you are using, there's a serial number on it which shows your SIM, the internet you are connected. There's a unique number on all devices. All these things are traceable, you know, just to help the forensic audit people to trace the sources of things. That's why if you've heard for the past 2 3 years, the police are always pinpointing and picking up people at dawn in the night because they know your phone and that SIM have been used. So they know they are tracking you. So whatever that SIM went to bed in the night, they know. That's why they pick them early morning, deep into the night. Because you always it knows your location. It transmits. So they know where the original transmission came from. So everything we do, it passes through servers, multiple servers actually. You know, like the Yahoo and the Google we've been using. The servers are in New York, Malaysia, Singapore, and everywhere. So what I will do, it passes through all those places, and there are always things out there. All the images that we upload online, they know it's coming from Ghana, but it's actually resting in New York with maybe another server in Australia and Canada. They are all there, for you to have access to it on the cloud. So all these things are traceable. Everything we do, every image, every phone call, every text message, you may have deleted it from your side, but no, it's not gone. They are always traceable. We can always link you to it. So the best you can do are people buy chips. By Ghana, we register our chips. Now abroad, it wasn't a requirement. Then they will commit a sin on a chip. When they finish, they flash it in the toilet. You know what I'm talking about. But now, no, to get a chip, it needs to be registered. You get my point. Then and I remember I studied in Russia, whereby when you buy our phones, the telecom they open the phone and pick the serial number of the phone, so they know that this this phone are together. Hope you understand. So anytime you buy a new phone, they take the serial number and take your passport to record. Just that whenever a sin is committed, and they realize that it's coming from that phone, that SIM, they know your address. So the police will just come. If you say the UMAT hostel, they know where you are. They know your room exactly to even pick you up. So usually that's how they do. All the devices, they have something that can be linked to the owner. Thank you.
Okay, sir. I want to ask you about the cyberbullying. We know that it causes physical, emotional, and psychological effect to a person. So let's say, as an institution like this, maybe a student has encountered a cyberbullying on the internet. Let's say WhatsApp groups. Somebody is bullying him cyberly. How can he or she report it to the authorities? Because the person may be shy or afraid of approaching maybe a lecturer or the dean or something. So how are you going to guide us and for us to know how to report it without feeling the fear and the shyness about it?
All right. So thank you very much. This is very, very important. To me, this is the most important question so far, whereby it happens. All right. It happens. People take unnecessary pictures and videos of people. They abuse them online. They threaten them and all those things. And a whole lot of things have happened. I can even share an experience whereby my former classmate, dated somebody, and they broke up, and all of a sudden their sex videos were online. It affected the lady. She almost went mad, and she has to be taken through a lot of processes to get her back to normal. So what I'll tell you is that whenever such things happen, it's a crime, all right, punishable by the laws of Ghana. At the university, nobody is a minor. You understand? The minors are those who are those 14, 13 years old, where there's a way we handle them. You are adults, whereby you can be imprisoned and fined. So, and luckily for you, are equally learners. So sometimes we can deal with you here to teach you the right thing. We have a system already in UMAT, whereby we do the academic tutorship. Every student have a father or a mother on campus. Students don't normally like going to them. Go to them. At least go and have a chat with them. Go and discuss your future life plans with them. Sometimes financial difficulties. Can even let them be aware. They can show you where to get funding. Not necessarily from their pockets, but there are a lot of funding sources. Now let's come to cyberbullying. Approach your academic tutor or a teacher you can trust and make a complaint. All right. So that the matter, we will try to resolve it at our level, student, teacher level. If it doesn't work out, the dean of student, HODs are there, so that we try and talk to you guys, and we are educating. It's a crime, you've committed it, but we want you to come out of the university as better people. So it should be reported. We will try to handle it as parents. And know if somebody have to apologize to another person, that kind of thing. We can handle all those that. But if you are not cooperating, we have no choice but to let the police pick you up. Then you deal with the government. So such matters should be reported and to serve as a deterrence to others when they hear that it's been reported and action has been taken. Probably those people thinking of doing same probably will think twice and they will back out from it. So please report, all right? Your HODs, teachers you can trust, your academic tutors, dean of students, they are all there to solve student matters. Don't forget you are our children and we are your parents, all right? Thank you.
Thank you, doctor, for taking us through these topics. Now, as a doctor in the IT field, then from what you have learned on this show today, what is the general idea you are going to give to the general public on how to stay safe on the internet, then prevent themselves from problems?
All right. So the message I have for everybody is that cyber fraud, internet fraud are real. And they're even going to get worse because now we have powerful tools like AI, which are helping people to attack us even harder and consistent with their attacks. So first of all, we as individuals, we need to be very careful the way we handle ourselves online. If you don't trust the source of the email, don't worry yourself, all right? If somebody calls you, you don't know who the person is trying to talk to you and get information, just cut off the call and block the line. If somebody calls you, I've deposited some money in your account, I want you to send it to another number, don't do it. If you get a message from a friend that I am hot, I need some amount of money to do something, transfer it to another number, I'll pay you later. Don't do it. Call your friend. All right. Don't let money part. Call your friend. Maybe the line has been hacked. Hope you understand. If the friend really needs that amount of money, he would have called you for you to know that it's your friend. So those messages, those people who claim to know you, avoid them. And also on yourself, your emails, your phones, be careful how you set your passwords and how you handle them, so that the passwords you set will be very strong. Nobody will break in. Transmission of sensitive information online. You should be very, very careful with them. Okay, good. And people calling you claiming to be bank, no bank will call you. So tell them that, okay, I'll come to the local branch of my bank to do the transaction. If your mobile network people call you asking for details, tell them don't worry. I'll come to the mobile office, and whatever issue you need with me, we will solve it out. Don't be pushed. There's nothing like agency, right? Don't be social engineered, whereby somebody will call you because they have spied you. They know who your daughter is. They know, maybe through the internet, they know the name of your kids. They know where your kids school. Because you post everything there. They see the uniform. So somebody can call you and say, is that Mami Ama? You say, yes, that's me. Your child, call Ajwa Sewa, in school. She has collapsed right now. We need to send her to hospital. Bring me 500 Ghana cedis. She's dying. That kind of thing. Don't be moved. Call the school to verify. All right. You don't know who has called you. Call the school and talk to the headmistress or your teachers, the teacher of your child. Other than that, because they know you post so much. You should be careful the kind of stuff we post online there. People really are watching us. People are really studying our information. So you should be careful. We set good passwords. We don't transmit them. And also you yourself avoid cyberbullying. Avoid transmission of naked pictures, naked videos, and all those things. You become an accessory to the crime. All right. And let's conduct ourselves properly. And also we should seek education. Whenever you hear of any cyber attack, find out what has happened, and through that, advise yourself. Because it pains me. We all know that there's fraud on mobile stuff. They'll call you and all that. But as you are talking today, somebody is being frauded. So when they call you, after one or two, like, you know that this person is not real. Then you just cut the person off. So we should be careful handling our things. It's physical security too. Don't just leave your phones and your laptop just anyhow for people to see. All right, your cards for transaction. There are some details at the back. Your Visa cards, those are debit cards. Don't show it to the public. Always keep it hidden in your wallet and bring it out only when you need it. Because when it gets exposed, people see it, they can clone it, they can worry you with such things. So we should be very, very careful at our level. At the institutional level, institutions too are bound by the data protection laws to encrypt and protect our data. And the government too is doing the legal part to protect us whenever such crimes are being committed. So as individual, it starts from you. Be careful what you say online, what you put online, your passwords, your transactions. Just be careful. If somebody send you a link and you are not sure, don't click it. All right? Don't click it. We always have numbers of our friends. Whenever you see you are not sure, just place a call to your friend. And whenever things are clarified, he claims that it is him, then you can go ahead and do the transaction online so that you will not be part of these things. Thank you.
Thank you, Doctor. On today's show, we have learnt a lot from Doctor. We asked questions, he has given us answers, then he has given us even a general knowledge on how to protect ourselves from the internet. Doctor, we are very much grateful for taking us through.
All right. I'm also grateful for giving the opportunity to share my idea on what I know about those cyber crimes and the ones which are being committed now. Thank you for inviting me.
You are welcome. We say goodbye to you
All
all.
right. Bye.